Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Leroy. Leroy is from Plymouth in England, in the UK. So let's see what Leroy has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Oh,
Hello Leroy, how are you?
very good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview today. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
So how's your day been so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. Nice and chilled. Chilled one today. Yeah, I've got plans for this evening, but today's just a chilled one.
It's amazing, isn't it? We are in October and it's not very cold yet. It's kind of sunny, isn't it? It's quite good.
Yeah, it is quite nice. The weather's not too bad.
Amazing. So Leroy, tell me where you're from.
I'm from Plymouth. I'm originally from Wolverhampton, so I was born in the Midlands, and then I've travelled around a little bit around the country and stayed in different areas. But I came to Plymouth for university and stayed here. So.
And what do you like the most about the city?
What do I like the most about it? I love the people. I love the sea. The sea is probably the thing that I love the most. Whether, no matter what mental state you're in, it's just beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I know that you're an actor, a writer, a director. So tell me a little bit about your career. Walk me through since everything started.
Okay, well, I didn't start out as an actor. I actually was a dancer. Yeah, so I was a professional dancer. So I started dancing when I was about 11. And then I did my first performance when I was 13 and fell in love with it. And I was like, this is what I want to be. I want to be a professional dancer. So went out to do everything I could do to become a dancer. And then I taught my first lesson and I fell in love with teaching. And I was like, okay, this is it. I want to perform and I want to teach. So I learned as much as I could and I taught as much as I could for over 13 years. And then it all changed because I had a motorcycle accident and
wow.
Yeah, and it changed my life and I couldn't perform like I used to. And I couldn't teach like I like to, because when I teach, I'm very physical and I like to show and demonstrate. And I couldn't perform to the same standard as I used to. And I also used to teach parkour and all the heavy jumps and the rolls. Just my knees just couldn't take it the same. So I was kind of lost for about 2 years, and then was like, you know what? I need to find something creative to do, and found this positive. I needed to get into this positive mindset. And acting, I used to do it when I was a kid, and I was like, you know what? Let's go into this. Let's explore this area, and I did, and I've fallen in love with it. And this is what I want to do. I want to act. I want to be on TV. I want to be in movies. So yeah, I've started my journey, and it's been a roller coaster, but I'm loving it.
Wow. That's, as you said, it's a roller coaster. Life is a roller coaster. It goes up and down. And time it takes us in a direction that you're not expecting, and that's what in a way makes life interesting, because sometimes we wonder things, my god, why that happened, or why, and suddenly it drags you in a different direction and you start enjoying again, and that's how it makes life, let's say, interesting.
Yes,
I guess. But nowadays you cannot dance at all, or you still can do some moves?
I can still move, I can still dance. Like, I know I can dance and I can still move. I just can't do it to the standard I used to. So I used to train, and I could train for hours, and my body would just take it, and it'd be great. But now I can't like, so going to the gym, I'm not able to perform like I used to. So I can, like, running 5K would just burn out my knees. So it's just different now. So it's just knowing my body, knowing my limits, and working with it. And to be honest, when I first started, it was really difficult. Very difficult journey, because I was like, this is all I've ever known, and now I've got to try and do something different to just stay sane.
Yeah, be a dancer, it's, as you said, it's a lot of physical, you know what I mean? It's once I was watching an interview with a ballet dancer. She's a Brazilian, and she's very well known because she was dancing through her life. She's an actress as well. She's doing, I think when you are an artist, in the end of the day, you are an artist, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
You can express yourself so many ways, you know what I mean? And she said that when a ballet dancer, like a professional ballet dancer, if they miss one class, like the normal awards, like they miss 1 week. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. And she said that you need to keep every single day. The physical is like intense. You have no idea to get to this final beauty when everyone is watching. Go like, my God, what's that? To get there is like, it's not a easy journey. Leroy, am I saying your name right? By the way, Leroy.
Leroy,
Leroy, okay.
Yeah, Leroy's fine. I'm happy. My friends, family, they all merge it up and say different things. It's how you want to say it. What feels good for you?
All right. As a Brazilian person, if I speak Portuguese, if I would read, like I would say Leroy, but Leroy as well is something. Yeah. Right. So before we start our journey, Will in the Magic Box, I would like to tell me something interesting about yourself.
Something interesting about me. I'm very, I don't know if it's interesting, but I'm very driven, and if I want something, I'll try and find a really positive means of getting there, just because of things I've gone through in my past. So I'm going to be an actor, so I am an actor, and it's changing those little mindsets. I'm very driven in that sense. I want to be a dancer, I'm going to be a dancer, I am a dancer. It's those journey. So yeah, I'm very driven.
And you always had this mindset of this way of approaching life?
No, I've had to really, I think things I've been through in my past, and some of the things, traumas, may I say, traumas, and trying to find positive outlooks on them, to be like, how can I use this to better me or get better from life? And when I started thinking like that, things started happening and started in a positive way, and things that I wanted to achieve, I was achieving them, and I found myself getting opportunities that I don't think I would have got with a different mindset.
Absolutely. Okay, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your amazing life to share your point of view?
Let's do it.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box, my best friend. Okay, full of random fun questions.
Really?
I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to move a little bit.
Okay.
First question, let's do it. Oh my God, I need to be careful now. I'm literally moving myself in front of a professional dancer.
No. Hey, if you're moving, if you're breathing, you're dancing, and if you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. Like,
I'm joking. I strongly believe dancing, there are no rules. You need to express yourself.
Agreed.
You just need to close your eyes, even if you are in public, you know what I mean? Just close your eyes, pretend you are alone in your bedroom. And that's what's the beauty about dancing. That is about expressing yourself. I got goosebumps now, my goodness, powerful. Leroy, before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, I always can change, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
First question for you is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Nicest thing a family member. Wow, just one family member.
Yeah, what comes to your mind when you think about something that somebody they have done for you? Could be friends, you know, friends, they are family as well. Anyway,
yeah, I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna bring in my mom on this one. So when I was like, actually, I want to be a dancer. This is what I want to do. Growing up, it was difficult because people around me. It was frowned upon, you know, avoid doing dance. I got treated very poorly by friends, by family, by my other peers at school, and my mum was the only person who really stood by me at the time. It was like, if this is what you want to do, son, then do it. And I was like, okay. Yeah, and that's all I needed. And then slowly but surely I had other family members, you know, supporting me and just accepting who I was. And I think I think that's probably the nicest thing. Just my mum just saying, believe in what you want and go for it. And it's given me that lesson in life to be like, you know what, if I want it, that's what I need to do. And it's a lesson that I give to other people. If they want to do something, believe that you want it and go get it. Don't let anyone with their negative thoughts bring you down, because you can achieve it.
Wow, wow. Yeah, I think if you go for it, there is always a chance for you to just live yourself. But
Yeah,
when you get, as you said, a genuine support from your mom or your dad or anyone around you, oh my God, your wings just like grows like
oh, they do,
wider.
100%. And this is why I think with friends, like they become family because they become your chosen family because you surround yourself with people who will give you that support. And sometimes if you don't have that with your blood family, it still allows you that chance to spread your wings. And then, your blood family can turn around and be like, actually, we see your vision now and it's beautiful. So, yeah.
Good. Next question, Leroy, let's do it. Next question for you is, what has been the happiest point of your life?
The happiest point of my life. This is going to sound really cheesy, but I think probably getting married.
Oh my God! Wow.
That's probably one of the happiest moments of my life. Just, yeah, like my wife's just been so supportive on my entire journey with, my accident, my dancing, my acting, and just to have someone just love you purely for who you are and, all your flaws and just accept you. And then for them to say I do is just, yeah, that's probably one of the happiest moments of my life.
Wow. Look your eyes shining talking about her. Saying that, what's the biggest similarity between both of you and what's the biggest difference?
Oh, we are so different. I think the biggest similarity we have is we're both open-minded, and when it comes to our differences, we are very open-minded on what each other thinks and how we think, and we respect that we're both different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably the biggest similarity. I think the biggest difference is I'm probably more of like a rebel, and where she's more of the calm-headed. I always say that she's a reference that I always give us is I'm a helium balloon, and she's the weight, so we balance each other out.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think because we're so different. Like I'll go out, I love going on nights out and going out partying with friends, and she likes to stay in and do the things that she did. And obviously, we love going out together because we're going out together tonight, and we love staying in together. But yeah, I'm more of a social bunny than she is.
Amazing. Next one. Right, before the next question, as I can see, you've got, do you always have this long beard?
I started growing it in 2015, and I just trim it and neaten it up.
My question to you is, when I was looking at your pictures, I could see that as well. You had this style. Yes. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about this style. It's something that's you did for a reason, and also your outfit. I can see that you have a very nice outfit. Something connected with, let's say, about yourself right now in your moments, or tell me a little bit about it.
So I've always been a little different. I always used to say I was weird, and then I came across I was doing a dance show when I was working with the Birmingham Royal Ballet, and there was a lass I was working with, and she was like, "It's not weird, it's unique." I was like, "Oh, okay." So again, it's changing the mindset. So I've always felt like I've had like a unique style, and if I like it, I'll try it. So if it's a piece of clothing or if it's a hairstyle, I'll try it and own it. And a lot of friends, they say they don't understand it, but they respect it, because they're like, "Oh, I couldn't do that for me." And I'm like, anyone can do it. You just own what it is. And I'd love to have long hair. I've always loved having long hair, but I am slowly going bald. So I was like, how can I play with this idea? And then I actually watched Vikings, the TV show, and there's a character called Floki, the boat builder. He has a hairstyle like this, and I was like, you know what, I think I could rock that, So I gave it a go, and I do. I rock it. I love it. So.
Wow. And how long does it take for you to get your beard trimmed, ready? It's a long maintenance. I know, I'm sure it must have a maintenance, like every single day or weekly. How does it work?
Like, again, it's just product. So, I wash it daily. And, I use products, so I can use beard oil or creams. it's like a skincare routine, but for your beard. So, yeah.
All right. Next question is, what does happiness mean to you?
Happiness to wow, okay. So happiness, I think. Okay, I think it's just being content with where you are and being able to enjoy the moment and holding on to those moments, because they go in a flash. And we go through days where sadness and happiness happens. So for me, it's just living in the moment and just appreciating what you have and then cherishing those moments.
Do you believe that happiness is a choice?
I believe it can be. I do believe it's difficult, because there's times when things can just keep happening and happening and happening, negative things, and you're like, well, where's all this coming from? But again, I think trying to change your mindset and trying to find a new outlook on a situation, or stepping back and having a look at the wider picture and being like, is there something I can do differently here? And I think that's where the choice comes in, because as soon as we step back and look at it, we're like, actually, I've not tried this avenue yet. If I try this, maybe that's where that happiness lies. And I think there's happiness that lies within that choice and that decision making.
Yeah, I think it's a way of mindset as well. But sometimes, not all the time, you can have this mindset. You know what I mean?
That's true. No, you can't. There are days. I think it's okay to be sad. And there's days where if you are sad and you're down, it's okay. Accept that, it's fine. But just know that you are stronger than the moment you're going through.
And I think being sad as well, sometimes it's actually, we need it. It's I'm going to say something weird now, but sometimes it's good to be sad, because it's just somehow you work out yourself better. My goodness, why I'm feeling this way? That's how you get to know yourself better, when you are sad.
Yeah. And, you really find your strength within it and find out how strong you are. And in a strange way, it helps humble us, and we're like, okay, cool. This is who I am. This upsets me, and that's okay. Yeah.
Next one, let's do it. Okay, Leroy from Plymouth in England. Next question is, what is the best present have you ever received, and why you consider that?
Again, this might sound really cheesy, but the best gift I receive is time from the people. People's time. Like I don't like to celebrate my birthday and like Christmas. I love being around family and friends, but it's not about presents to me. It's about their presence, and the best gift I can have from anyone is their time. And because it's like, wow, you want to spend your time with me, because life's so short. So, and that beats any object. You just being there, you sharing your time with me right now. That's a beautiful present.
I was about to say that even more, like never more than now, because nowadays the world is going so fast. We are so busy with our time, and I always mention that in the show as well. I'm always grateful for my guests, because they literally took their time for my dream. They literally took their time to share this experience now. Do you know what I mean? So, and understand, we are so busy. We have so much happening sometimes when people, they take their time, an hour or 15 minutes or 10 minutes just to connect with you. It's a bless. It's a gift for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is with this and seeing, some of the other interviews you've done, I can see your passion and your joy for it. And that's one of the reasons that really, I was like, you know what, I want to do this. I want to be a part of that journey.
Yeah, we are just making memories. Imagine in 20 years' time, you're going to look at that and go, my God, look what we talked about. But yes, when you do something with joy, I tell you something, I could do that like 24 hours. You have no idea how much, like, I forget about the world. I just connect here right now, and it's a therapy. I'm so grateful, because it's like a therapy we are doing now. And to imagine how amazing it's just make memories. As I said, making memories. It's going to be here forever. Yeah. Next one. Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what's the best advice have you ever given to someone?
Wow, that I've ever given to someone. Wow. Okay. I don't know, there's a few things I think. Can't isn't shouldn't be in your vocabulary. I'm unable to do at the moment. And every time I used to teach, it's one thing I used to say for students, I can't do this. I'm like, no. You're unable to do it at the moment. You will be able to do it. You've just got to keep practicing and practicing. And I had one student, she came up to me, and I'd been working with this school for a few weeks. And by the third week, she came up to me and she was like, Leroy, I just want to say thank you, because you said I can do this. And she was trying to do a vault over this fence, and she was unable to do it at the time. And I could see her working. I didn't want to go in and she needed to find that journey herself. And when she did find it, she came and thanked me, and she's like, I believe that I can do this. And it's just something as simple as just getting over a fence. Like it's a metaphor for life. Like you can get over whatever's in front of you. And I think that's probably one of the best advice I've ever given to someone is you're just unable to do it at the moment. Just keep going and you will get there. Shouldn't be in your vocabulary.
And sometimes you just need this voice to say, you go it, you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, wow, you can do it.
Yeah.
Ready for another one?
Yes, let's go.
Let's do it. Leroy, before the next one, tell me what's the best part of being an actor? What do you like the most about acting? And also the flip side, what's the most challenging part?
The best part is it's an escapism. And I think with my dancing, it was a way of escaping from the world and expressing who I was. And I do the same with acting. And I didn't think I'd find anything else that was similar. And it's a way of escaping from the real world. And sometimes it's a pure joy just to be on set with other people and be able to escape from the real world and then create something that other people are going to enjoy and inspire other people. So I think that's the best bit. I think the hardest bit for me is sometimes how close it hits to home with certain characters, or you realise that wow, this character really resonates with me in a way I didn't think it would. And then you realise actually there's a few things that are probably not addressed that I could address, or you use that character to help address these situations. And I think that's the scariest sometimes. And also, I'm dyslexic, so reading and writing is difficult. And when I have to do a table read, and they put the script in front of me, and if I haven't read the script before I get to the table read, and they've just given it to me on the day, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because what if I say a word wrong, and then what if someone then thinks I'm stupid, and they're like, why is this guy here, you know? And I'm like, when I learn the lines, I'm gonna smash it, and I'll show you how good I am. But just let me get there, you know? Yeah.
Growing up, did you have like idols as a dancer? Like, for example, did you have someone that brought inspiration to be like someone, or even in the acting world as well?
Yeah, so I've actually got so many people that I look up to, because different times of life I've been on different journeys, and they've helped me. So at the beginning it was my mom giving me that, you know, you can do it, go ahead. And then for my style and the uniqueness was a wrestler called Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, when they first came in and Jeff was coming in with his little style and his long hair, and he was doing a swanton bomb, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, and just owning who he is. And he'd come out because when I was younger, wrestling to me was I didn't know it was choreographed. I didn't know that. And so he'd come out, and if he'd lose a match, it didn't bother me, because I was like, he's coming out every week and he's giving it his all and he's showing his passion. So I was like, that's I just need to do that with my dancing. And when my dancing, Mia Michaels was probably one of the biggest idols I had in the sense of choreography, because she was just a beautiful choreographer. And then I've had teachers that have inspired me along the way and told me I can do things. And then with my acting, it started with, I'd say, Robin Williams and Jim Carrey, the two that I was like, okay, this is something that they really immersed me into a world. But then when I started actually really taking it seriously as a career, Tom Hardy has been one of the biggest ones for me, because his work ethic, and I know nothing about his personal life, because I don't follow that side. It's just their career. And I believe with any famous person, that's their life, that should stay there, where unless they want to share it. But I won't go in and try and find out anything about him. His work and some of the stuff he's done, like Kevin A Life Backwards, that film he did was phenomenal. And he blew my mind. And Locker, he's just sitting in a car for hours.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just a one-man show. And if I could ever have the chance to work with Tom Hardy, that would be a dream, absolute dream, because I know I'd learn so much. That's the dream, to be up there at that level, to be working at a level like that.
Actually, he has been here on the show in the Magic Box already. He has been here.
What? You want to be? No! Oh, you had me for a second. You never
You're
know.
like,
You never
you're
know.
like, oh my God, I missed that. My goodness, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that. Oh, you never know. You never
You
know.
really
You know what I
pulled the
mean?
heartstrings there, and I was like, geez, okay. I'm going to go back and watch that.
When he comes to the show, I'm gonna talk to him about you. Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
promise.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
Saying that, I was about to ask. Always when I have actors here or artists, I always ask this question. I'm gonna ask you now, as you mentioned about that. Let's pretend that you have the power, the big budget of a production, like to make like a movie or a big a project, that you can choose someone to play your parents, like your mom, your dad, yeah, anywhere in the world, because you have the biggest budget, so you can pay anyone to do it. Your if I don't put you to the spot because you are married, but your, let's say, romantic partner.
So is this are they playing my life out, or I'm playing another character?
No, yeah, you play with them. You, as I said, you are the direct. I mean, you have this idea.
So,
yeah,
okay, so I'm just starring in a film with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. You've got the budget to pay whatever, because you have a big budget. You have all those big companies, like this big. They are along with you collaborate, and also you can pay the director to direct this scene or this movie. Who that would be? Tell me.
Oh wow, that's a big one. Wow. Okay, I think maybe it's. I'd probably say Tom Hanks for my dad.
Oh wow.
I don't. My dad passed away, so I never knew my dad. But I think Tom Hanks, the way he can, just his acting ability, and he could play a dad superbly. And I think no matter what character's in front of him, he could guide them through. And I'm gonna mix it up. I'm not. My mum, I'm gonna say is. I'm going to change. I'm going to bring another male, I think, and I'm going to say. Oh, who do I say? Oh, this is interesting. There's so many. Oh, this is difficult. I'm probably going to say this probably sounds controversial, but I'm going to say Tom Hanks, and I'll say Tom Hardy, so we have to work with him. So they'll be my parents.
Okay. I like that. Actually, I love that. Amazing. Okay.
And I think their acting styles are completely. They contrast. They would find a way of making it work. And
wow.
Bring out the best in me.
And I love that.
A love interest. Who would I go with? You know what? I'm going to mix it up again, and I'm going to say Jim Carrey. Let's do it. Imagine that those three in once. Yeah. Let's mix it up. Let's do that. That sounds, yeah, okay.
And the next question, Leroy, let's do it. You're saying about this production, for sure, the gay community will be a lot of guys watching. Imagine those parents, those guys, sort of as your parents. Imagine how amazing to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many amazing like female actresses out there, and there's so many I'd love to work with. But I just think just to mix it up a little bit, I think
amazing.
These are the guys I've looked up to as a male actor looking up. Like these guys have really, they aspire to be on their level, so just to be able to work on set with those, and I think that dynamic.
It would be amazing to see both playing. Imagine how amazing to see that. I love it. Okay, next question is, what hurt your feelings?
What hurts my feelings? Oh, this is. Do they? Okay. I think closed-minded people, people who aren't willing to like just see other people's perspectives, but then at the same time, I understand that they're just not educated. So for me to get really hurt by this, it's like, how do I work around getting them to understand this? Or sometimes you just have to step away from the situation. I think, yeah, maybe closed-minded people and the things they say without thinking, that hurts the most, because they're using a sharp tongue without really thinking about how other people are feeling. And stuff like, I don't want to get too like political and stuff, but like racism, for me, it's pointless. Like, why is it even a thing? And I think when someone says stuff about a race, or puts someone in a box because of their skin color, that bothers me, because it's like, and it hurts. And I've got, I've grown up with black friends and danced with black people, and my nephews, they're both mixed race, and I love them, and I don't understand how someone could look at someone else and just have pure rage and hate for them for no real reason. So I think that's what hurts my feelings. Like, that's what hurts.
Something I find interesting. We have, of course, all of us, we have things in our way of thinking, approaching life, because the way they have been raised. Sometimes we can see things that you go like, oh my God, that's something that I never seen before, or I feel uncomfortable, or I feel something that's not, clear for me. But it's okay. All of us, we have that. But what I think it's more, let's say, sad, is the one they want to just look this way. This is the right, whatever there is wrong. You know what I mean? That's, I think, that because all of us, we're going to maybe experience things that you go like, maybe it's going to make us uncomfortable to see, or maybe something that you never seen before, and it's okay, because, able to see or to know everything. But if you have this open mind, it
makes it different. I mean, again, when I grew up, and when I was really young, I grew up, and there was the older generation of family members to tell me, you shouldn't trust anyone who's black, anyone of colour, like, don't trust them, they hurt you. And I remember when I was the first memory I think I have when I was a child, one of the most powerful memories I ever had, was I got beat up in the playground, and I was on the floor and I was in tears. And the first person to come over to me and reach out their hand and say, "Are you okay?" was a black boy. And to me, my mind just went, what? And he pulled me up and he's like, "Hi, my name's Michael." And we were like best friends. And I was like, who are you? Like, I've been taught not to trust you. And that for me was the start of being like, there's something not right with this way of thinking. And then obviously growing up and dancing and mixing with other people, and there's so much joy to be had, and people bring different communities and different cultures. There's just so much joy that you can have in trying new things and life experiences, that if you're just wearing these blinkers, you're missing out on so many beautiful opportunities that you could be having. It's
amazing story. My goodness. Yeah, sometimes you're never gonna forget for sure about this story. Wow. Yeah. 3 questions left for you.
Oh, wow, okay. This is fun.
Okay, Leroy from England. Next question is, would you ever get a tattoo? What that would be?
Okay then. So, I've got 2 tattoos already, but I do want another tattoo. So the first 2 tattoos I got, I'd love to be covered, and the reason why I'm not covered because they have to mean something to me. And obviously, when I was dancing, I had different dance choreographer after choreographer saying, "Don't get covered in tattoos because it's hard to cover up." Now I know that's different, because depending on costume and makeup, they can be covered up. But I've got Jamie and Amy Lee on both of my feet, on the top of my feet, and it's my brother and sister who passed away. And the reason why they're on my feet is because my feet take me forward, and I've got them in my mind all the time taking me forward. And the tattoo that I'd like to have I've got a friendship group that okay. One of my okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's she's one of our best friends, and it's my wife's best friend. They're like kindred spirits. She passed away through melanoma cancer, skin cancer, and ooh, wow. Okay, I didn't think I was going to come down this journey.
oh. It's okay. It's okay to be emotional. I think that's, I think tears and emotions, they are a beautiful way of expressing yourself and sharing.
I agree. I agree. But the friendship group that we have, the tattoo, it's to represent them, and I'm still in the midst of designing that, and when that's finished, I'll get it done.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I don't have any tattoo yet, but actually, the older I get, I start considering now. And I have a lovely godson, 2 years old godson. He's going to be 3 now. And actually, I was thinking about to get this name. Actually, I thought about my feet as well, actually. Funny enough, I thought about my feet. I don't know why. I don't know, because it's discreet, it's hidden, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just always had the thought about my feet as well.
I think for you as well, like it's there for you to see, and it's personal for you. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter if anyone else sees it or not. So you take the shoes and your socks, and you're like, oh, there it is. You know.
Yeah, great. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Right, before the next one, the world went upside down regarding the COVID crisis 2 years ago. For you, what's the biggest positive impact that brought to your personal life? And the most negative one, if you can share.
Okay. Positive, I'd probably say that, because when I decided I was going to be an actor, I was like, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go. COVID happened, so I was told I need to get headshots, I need to get a show reel, and I need to build up a CV. And I was like, well, how am I going to do this? Because the world's taken another journey. And so for me, I think it gave me that drive. So I'd spend time in the room, and I'd be doing self-tapes and just getting used to being in front of the camera, and reading scripts and watching other actors and their craft and see how they work, and just being inspired. So I think the biggest positive was that actually it just fueled my drive. So I was like, when things start to change and it starts to open up again, I'm gonna go for it. Like, so it was more of that. I think that's the biggest positive. The biggest negative for me was the fact that we weren't able to see certain friends and family. And for me, Kate, she had this beautiful soul of just wanting to go out and explore the world. And she was only 25, and she'd done so much. She had so much more to go and do, and she just had this free spirit about her, and I loved that. And when she was diagnosed, she was told that obviously we were in lockdown and we can't really go out and do stuff, so she didn't have that time that she deserved to have to be around friends and family and go and see things she wanted to see. And I think for me, that's probably the darkest
Yes, I think the world at the time, of course, everything was about the COVID situation, but people, they were facing other things as well, you know what I mean? So it became hardest because, everything was kind of over the place. Nobody knew what was happening. But anyway, I'm sure wherever she's right now, she's smiling, just knowing that you're talking about her. I think that's the good part of it. Next question for you is, who was your favorite teacher and why? You consider that?
This is a difficult question because there's so many. There is so many. There's so many, because it depends on different stages of my journey.
Let's put it a different way then. Let's say your first teacher that gave a big impact in your life.
First teacher. I'd probably say I'd say probably the biggest impact for me was a teacher called Mrs. Hopkins, Zoe Hopkins. She was the first dance teacher that I approached, and then I said, look, I want to be a dancer. And she called me into her office, and I thought I was in trouble, and she gave me a leaflet, and she said, be there on Saturday, and I'll know you're serious. And I was like, okay, that's outside of school time. Okay, so and I had to get the bus to Birmingham, and I was in Birmingham, and it was a place called the Dance Exchange, and she was there, and she was like, oh my gosh, you came, and she gave me a hug, and she was like, I'm proud of you for taking this step. She was like, you've got a dance audition. I was like, what? She was like, to be in a youth company, you've got a dance audition, and I think that was the first, okay, cool. And she could see my passion, and I did it. I got into the company, and so I think she was the first teacher to be, okay, this is cool. There are people out there who actually want to teach and want the best for their students, and I think that helped me with my journey being a teacher.
Wow.
Yeah, so wow. First, and the last teacher I had is a guy called Benjamin Dunks, and he's doing some incredible work at the moment. He's just released a book, and yeah, he just being a male dance teacher for me, just looking up and being like, okay. And you know, we did classes together. We'd go to different schools and we'd deliver classes. And I formed a boys dance company called South Dance Company at the time, and he was really there and support me through that. Yeah, it's phenomenal. So yeah, too. But I could go on because there's so many.
Ready for the last one?
Yes, please.
Last question. Right, but before the last question, people watch the interview. Would you like to become a dancer? Would you like to start a career as a dancer? What would be your best piece of advice?
Firstly, just dance whenever you can. So start just when you feel it. Do it. If you want to express yourself, do it. Don't let what other people think bother you. And then I'd say go go online and see if there's dance classes in your area. If you go to school, ask your teachers at school, is there any dance classes? Good teachers will help research and help look into classes around, and go to these classes and be scared. It's okay to be scared and be nervous because you want it, and ride that wave because you'll only get the best from it.
Did you, when you were dancing, did you kind of train different, let's say from different countries, different music, like from Brazil, like samba, this kind of?
So I mainly specialized in contemporary and physical theatre, but I also fused styles in like, hip hop and street and break, and these weren't my normal. They were kind of alien to me, but I loved watching the way other people moved and people just get their bodies in different positions. And you like taking elements of those and bringing them into contemporary and just adding an extra flavor, and salsa and bachata, just beautiful. The way you can just move with someone. And I think that's what I loved about contemporary was the contact side of it, because I'm a very tactile person. I love to have physical contact, and to be able to move as one is just it's divine to watch, and it just feels
You feel like flying.
100%. You fly, you're free, and when you have that connection with someone, it's something else. It really
Absolutely.
is. Yeah, and I think the same with the acting. When I'm there, like I'm on set and we're just bouncing off each other. I'm like, yo, we're dancing right now, but with words,
Absolutely. Last question, Leroy. Let's do it. Oh, good one. What does love mean to you?
What does love mean to me? It means it's everything. It's the good. It's the bad. It's everything in between that. It's you just stay with it, and when you love someone, whether it's family or friends, you stay with it and you ride it. Those bad things make you stronger, and the good things you hold on to and you cherish those memories. And yeah, I don't think you can bring it down just to one thing. It's everything. It's good, it's bad, and everything in between.
Good one. Very good. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thing.
I'm actually nervous about this one because I've seen you do this with a few people, and I'm like, oh no, what would I say? Okay.
Right.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game.
Okay.
Right, let's start with religion.
Religion. Just one word?
Just one word.
Oh wow, religion. Straight off the bat. I'm gonna say peace.
Okay.
It gives
But-
sense of peace, yeah.
Money.
Struggle,
Family.
everything,
One word for love.
everything. As I said before.
Politics.
Unfamiliar,
Life.
joy.
Sex.
Is that a word? Connection.
Friendship.
Oh, my mind's just flipped. I'd say connection with friendship and passion with sex.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
I know,
wow.
no, I'm bending the rules here for the game. Sorry.
No, you're just giving ideas now for people when they watch the interview. They're gonna go look like, oh, actually, this,
Yeah,
this,
use
and
that one.
One word for fear.
Wave.
Desire.
Belief.
Regrets.
Let's say two words. It's poor decisions.
Okay. Success.
Purpose.
Wish.
Happiness.
And how about happiness? One word.
Animals. Animals would be happy, yeah.
Plymouth. One word.
Home.
One word for England.
Birth.
Okay. Actor. Acting. One word.
Dream.
And the last one now. Dancer. One word.
Say passion. Because it's everything in one.
I can see you struggle yourself to put all the words like get to one.
I didn't realize. I watch other people doing it, and I'm like, yes, I could say this, but when I'm there, and I'm thinking about how do I put it all into one word? Like, it's so difficult.
Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely wife for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Leroy, and what's something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What should say?
Oh, I need to work on it. I think she'd say that. I think she'd probably loving, caring, and determined. I'm very determined. And what I need to work on is I need to know when to pace myself, to breathe, and it's okay to slow down at times, because I live with this mindset of life's too short and I've just got to go, and I've got to achieve it. But sometimes you need to take a break. It's like when I was dancing, like if I'm dancing 6 hours a day, I need to have time to rest. And it's the same with anything. She'll say, sometimes you just need to slow down, and it's okay that you're not doing anything today.
That's so true. That's so true, Leroy. And actually, I have the same mindset of you as well. If I miss something that organized, I give myself a hard time.
Yeah.
But I realize, actually, the other day, I think a few weeks ago, because I mean, Magic Box, I work every single day. It's my life. But I don't remember. I think I was doing something that I couldn't do it, and I was I was like, my goodness, I could have done that. And after I realized that it's not just up to us. Sometimes you need to breathe a little bit, to refresh your mind, to refresh your body, to refresh your everything. Because if you keep just doing it, you just lose things like that, maybe ideas or something that you could do with a fresher mind, let's say.
I think sometimes just rest in our minds, like we see stuff that we wouldn't normally see. Like, oh, okay, I see that now.
Yeah.
And now I can run with that.
But it's not easy because you know how you just want to do it. You just want to do it.
100%.
Let's play now, Leroy in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But okay, Leroy, you can ask me a question now.
Okay, so my question to you is, when you're scared or in a moment that scares you, and all you feel you're going to do is freeze in that moment, what do you do to overcome that?
Good question. Put me in the spot now. I love it. Right. Okay. I think that the older you get, you of course you know yourself better. You know, you just you deal with things a different way. When I'm scared, honestly, I tend to kind of block myself, to get myself alone. For some reason, I just get myself alone. But nowadays, when I'm scared about something, I just question myself, why you're feeling this way. Literally, I question myself, why? What's scaring you? Why this emotion? This situation is make you scared. It's something positive, something negative. It's something that maybe because you're feeling scared, you should go for it, or depend the situation, or pass it, or you just step back. So depend the situation. I'm feeling scared about something. I literally question why I'm feeling this way. It's a sign for me to watch myself, or it's a push for you to go, you know what, do it, go for it, or step back, you know. So yeah, I think when I'm scared about something, Leroy, I just try to understand why I'm feeling that way. And it depends the situation. I just, you know, because sometimes when you feel scared as well, it could be a challenge. I see as a challenge as well. Sometimes, you know, I go like, okay, that I'm feeling this way, something that is challenging me. So let's see how I'm going to deal with that. So yeah, depends the situation. I just take a moment with myself and try to understand why I'm feeling that way. And depend the situation, I'd or go for it, or I just, you know, challenge myself, or I step back, depend the situation. But I just have a moment. Nowadays, before when I was younger, I would put myself in a bubble. I wouldn't question. I just want that feeling to go away without wondering, understanding. Nowadays, when it comes, I try to understand and, you know, to see why I'm feeling that way.
Really break it down. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, we talk about being sad or being happy, and scared is another thing as well. Why you are feeling scared? Why? It's something that it's because you are literally maybe going out of your comfort zone. It's a reaction that's something you're not expecting. Could be something positive, could be no, but then there could be something as well for you to watch out, to see why you're feeling this way. So, my God, 700 people on the show and nobody asked me this question yet. So, wow, it put me in the spot.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Leroy, did you enjoy the interview?
I did, yes. I'm kind of disappointed towards the end, but I've loved your time, and it's been a lovely journey. And I was nervous and scared before I started. And it's lovely. You're a man, and I love what you do, and you need to keep going.
Thanks so much for again about taking the time, and also for being so open. You know, I think you talking about your challenge, your experiences, your happy moments, challenge moments as well. People watch the interview, they appreciate, because they might be going through the same situation that you went in the past, and just for them to listen to that, to hear that, see someone talking openly about it, it helps a lot. You have no idea.
I think talking does help, and you know, if you've got friends and family, talk to them, and it does help. And even if they don't know what to say and they're just listening, sometimes just to talk, because it helps you process what's happening, and you can help piece things together yourself. And you know, there's times with my wife, I'll just talk to her, and she says I don't know what to say, or vice versa, and it's not about that. It's just about being there and listening, and being like, okay, cool, I've said it, I feel a little bit better now. I can help process it a bit, you know, and help take that next step forward. You know, so it's okay to talk.
Absolutely.
Especially as a man, like talk.
Absolutely. I was about to ask you to say a positive message, but you already said just now. I think that's a very positive message. Let people talk, or let people, be themselves and ready. Sometimes, as you said about the silence as well, sometimes they don't know what to say, but for sure they're gonna go back and in the future, or they're gonna talk in a few minutes or later, because sometimes we don't know what to say. We don't know. Just as I said, being there is already a good thing to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Regards to your family, to your wife, and you keep in touch. It was a pleasure to have you on this.
And keep doing what you're doing. I love your passion for it, and
thanks so much.
So many interesting people out there.
And I see you sometimes I never been in Plymouth. I never been, once you come to London or something. Anyway, in the future, I'd like to organize like a meet with everyone, the Magic Box, different places. Yes. I'm gonna do Winnie the Magic Box World Tour.
Yes, dude, that'd be incredible. I'll definitely turn up. I'll turn up.
Thanks so much, Leroy. Enjoy your evening, and we keep in touch. Okay? It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.